In East Africa lies South Sudan. The country gained its independence on the 9th of July, 2011, after 20 years of civil war. This new country has to cope with many challenges to assure its future. A combination of smallhold agriculture and herding livestock has to guarantee the food security of its 10 million inhabitants. In the cattle camp of Rumbak North in the Lake State, different groups of Dinka livestock shepherds joined together around a water point. South Sudan has one of the highest populations of pastoralists in the world. More than 80% of its population is involved in herding livestock. Even though the war has recently ended, security remains a challenge. The Dinka often have to flee their camps, causing overcrowding of pastures situated in secure areas. The animals are at the center of Dinka life. Starting at dawn, the Dinka take care of their livestock. Before leaving for the pastures, everyone gathers to dance. This is the ideal moment to understand the connection between man and animal. The greater number of cows a man has, the more women he will likely be wed to, and therefore the more children he will have. Before letting the animals graze freely, the women and children milk them. The milk is often consumed directly, but is also exchanged for food such as cereals. When there are food shortages, the milk is mixed with blood and is the only meal for the day. To the Dinka, the cow is so precious that her meat is only consumed on rare occasions. In addition to conflicts, the increasing variability of the climate has also affected the limited availability of pasture.
Citizens of this country will tell you that the floods have become more extreme, and there's a shift even in the pattern of the season itself. We are getting rains. This is November. I'm told traditionally that wasn't taking place as such here. Now, during the dry season has become extreme as compared to the past.
Tichime tujerit kabe pulti nyot kutwe tichideng twen kuonga chamwal ke walke ke ga chege ra gwiwo ko pi wakal a chebe lai twen kwa ke ga ko ke pur juta ga juba ka di chi loy twen ebru lilo badum dom dunia pur a che ra be pur pat hokirmene Kuji trying where can a pew can. Ten minutes, Kaka de Cape Port ten. A dear appeal where in trying. 10, 14.
The other streams are drying up. Like now, if you go to the northern part of this county, there is the river called Agar. It could be the best river where all the animals are accessing water and pasture, because there is pasture around this stream. But now, it is drying up. They just catch the rainwater and then it just dry very soon. So they cannot keep water for a long time.
According to scientists, climate change will cause increasing rainfall in East Africa in the years to come. The rainy season will be much more intense, but will not be a solution to the recurring droughts. On the contrary, the pastures will be increasingly deteriorated by the floods. Mobility is a very old strategy that allows the pastoralists to adapt to changing seasons. This mobility is also necessary to fertilize distant, arid soils.
And if you come next year now, you can get this village. It is cultivated because of the manure the animal put on. The community are appreciating this one very much.
In this harsh environment, Dinka shepherds diversify their activities to improve their livelihoods. Today it is not uncommon to see a part of the family settling down to cultivate the land whenever the season allows it.
We should support diversification of livelihoods in the sense of aside that people don't really focus on pastoralism. They should, because once you have diversified livelihoods, it means you have got options. When there's a disaster, you don't necessarily focus on livestock. You then look at other things.
Every day when the herd has gone to the pastures, the children collect the dung of the animals. Afterwards, this manure is dried and burned when the herds return. The smoke created through this process repels the insects that spread disease such as malaria. The remaining ash is applied to both the animals and the villagers, as this is a very effective natural insect repellent. The traditional knowledge of the communities is complemented with veterinarian knowledge that not only saves animals, but also human lives. Because of their eternal mobility, the Dinka shepherds find it difficult to access animal health care. That's why a network of community animal health workers was created. This network is one of the reasons behind the eradication of the rinderpest in 2011. The network today accounts for more than 100 community animal health workers that work in South Sudan.
It's an approach that works very well at the most local level. In this approach, we train community-based animal health workers so that they can deliver services within their communities. The candidates are selected by the communities themselves, so it works very well for sustainability.
Nên giá cái lúa xin, này chi quanh, coi chi nào cũng mà, ban quan bà, coi quan đi bà, cái cha gọt của lấy cái in này lôi bà chi mà là quan cái mấy nhà thi thì cái, anh nói cái nước, nong thế quan lên thắt xin cái bà chi cho cũng mà bé mà cái bà lôi lại, cái cha này gam kia, lên này cho luồng, anh em mà game truyền với bản đá này chú nu. Ene o pir kwena o gasie kwena mit kwante nyat chirka gane kamuk.
Numerous challenges must be overcome before this country will achieve food production independence. Even though herding livestock is one of the main economic activities in the country, cattle are still being imported from neighboring countries to satisfy local urban demand. Within this context, the knowledge and experience of the Dinka are important assets that need to be recognized and reinforced, especially considering their essential role when it comes to climate change adaptation.